sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to one of the great cities of the world, London, England. Coming up, another installment of the NFL International Series, and it should be a great one, as it'll be the Denver Broncos taking on the New York Jets.
Hi again, everyone, with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, you look at this Jets ball club. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis, ready for another installment of the NFL International Series. We are underway from North London. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over.
They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
You enjoyed watching that game tape, didn't you?
Yeah,
last week's game.
It was good. 4 touchdowns, 1 pick.
Now, you were a little upset about the pick. I didn't know if you would play him this week or not if you were the head coach.
Hey, they got the win.
You got the win, so you got to give him another chance?
Give him another shot.
All right, I think the ratio is pretty good. He'll try to eliminate the interception, but he wants to keep that hot streak going, throwing touchdown passes.
And now hold everything here as the challenge flag is out, and we're going to get a review of that last play. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. First carry for the Iowa State man, Breece Hall. Still going inside the 20.
And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown.
Breece Hall, his 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jets go down the field in just 2 plays to take the early lead.
Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Dances by him.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. And they are led out there by their mobile quarterback.
And I'll bet he's talking to his guys about resisting the temptation to try and turn this into an up-and-down game, almost like basketball. We're both...
And right away, he lost the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. He's now lost fumbles in back-to-back weeks. And, of course, you remember last week's game, such a close affair. That hurt him.
Hurt him in a big way, and it is so key to take care of the ball because, remember, the team making the fewest mistakes usually wins the game. So you got to take care of the ball, lock it away, high and tight, as you often hear from running back coaches. 4 points of pressure, fingertips, forearm, biceps, sternum, or chest. Put it away.
Following the fumble recovery,
Fields over the middle and complete to Wilson.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
First down. First and goal at the 3-yard line.
They'll run with Hall.
And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal.
Play action. It's Fields.
And he's got his man in stride. Complete. Touchdown, Jets. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Jets lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game.
Not even 2 minutes into this football game, already we've had 2 scores.
You know how much I like to read about teams of old, right? The teams of yesteryear. There were some teams that were known as the point-a-minute teams. Well, obviously in a 60-minute game, that's 60-plus points. But 2 touchdowns in the first 2 minutes? My calculator doesn't operate that well.
And now on the other side, they better wake up. They haven't even gotten off the bus yet.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. J.K. Dobbins leading the way as the offense returns to the field.
He's got to clear his mind a little bit right now. 1 carry, and that carry was a lost fumble.
Clear his mind, clear his hands, and just let this one go. Sometimes it happens. You drop the ball. Got a full game ahead of him. Hand it to him again. See if they can start to produce.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
You talk about this Jets defense.
They were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
I just consider myself fortunate that I'm not in charge of the offensive line. They gave up 7 sacks last week. And if things don't improve in this game, the head coach isn't going to be looking at the offensive line. He's going to be looking at the offensive line coach. And that's when things get dicey.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Here's Nix. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
First down, Broncos.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the first down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
Quick throw there is incomplete.
It's now 2nd and 10.
A give up the middle to Dobbins.
And he stopped immediately there. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Now the ball comes loose. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble. Call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. So for this offense, Charles, remember, drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7.
John Franklin Myers, the one in there to drop him.
Let's see here, Charles. He was sacked 6 times last week. Now a first-quarter sack. What's going on in his mind?
Well, he's thinking to himself, 5 offensive linemen. I got sacked 6 times last week. Let's start thinking about keeping extra people in. Tight end stays in. If I have a fullback or the running back, they stay in and help me block. Maybe not as many receivers in a pattern. Anything to try and slow down that pass rush.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Now Fields going to run.
And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter.
And the Jets, first down.
Now it's Fields. Well, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 30.
Give to Hall running right.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Well, that was not what you would call straight line pursuit for a middle linebacker to make this play. He's got to work his way through the clutter to get to the ball carrier on the outside, and he does exactly that. That's called avoiding the trash.
Out of the gun, Fields.
A bullet throw, but incomplete.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
So on fourth down, Austin McNamara comes on to punt. And Marvin Mims deep for Denver.
Fielded just inside the 30. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10.
And the football going back over to the Denver Broncos. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
No gain on the play.
Second and 10.
Second and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Off the play fake, here's Nix.
Over the middle, and it's incomplete. They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, third and 10.
Nix to the air.
He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Haven't met a corner that's worth the salt yet that ever admits to worrying about man coverage. How about the play there, breaking that pass up?
On fourth down, Jeremy Crawshaw on to punt.
It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And the Jets will take over first and 10. The New York set to take the field. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. First and 10.
A play fake, now Fields to throw.
And a completion to Wilson. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's second and a yard from the 34.
Brings up second and 1.
Straight ahead is Hall.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with third down looming.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Here's Fields on the sneak. And he is going to have the Jets first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's good for a Jets. First down. First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
On first and 10, it's Hall.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Here's second and 10.
No gain on the play. Second and 10.
Here's Fields.
Well, he'll find Hall. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet first down.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
From the 44-yard line, here's second and 5. Fields going to keep it running right.
And he is going to lose yardage here. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Here's Fields.
And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up fourth down.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that tuck rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward, incomplete pass. On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And that ball's going to angle out at the 3-yard line. A beauty. And Denver getting set to take the field.
They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And that gives them a little room, but not much. A gain of 2 to the 5. This is 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 5.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. It'll be a gain of 5. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3.
Evan Ingram. A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's 3rd down.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Throwing Nix. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Broncos 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
1st down, Denver.
And a nice job by the two of them to not only connect on the pitch and the catch, but to carry over their practice work to the game field. They saw the adjustment by the defense, made an adjustment themselves, and picked up the 1st down.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st.
Off the play fake. Nix.
Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
To throw, here's Nix. They set up the screen for Dobbins.
And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
1st down, Denver.
Now it's Nix. They'll set up the screen. It's McLaughlin.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Now, despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
Nix to throw again.
Over the middle, he's got his tight end Ingram. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32.
Will McDonald. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
And tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now?
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
The kick by Lutz is good. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. And this is going to be roughing the kicker, an inexcusable penalty, Charles.
You've worked so hard to hold him to a 3-point kick. Now you're giving him the ball again with a chance for a touchdown.
And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. Dobbins going to take the handoff on the option.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
Derek Nottie on the tackle. 1st and goal, Denver.
To throw is Nix.
This is caught. Touchdown, Broncos.
Devon Bailey.
A 5-yard touchdown.
And the Broncos go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that's the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Jets offense and quarterback Justin Fields heading back out there. And he's been very impactful when using his legs this year, both when the pocket breaks down and by design. You notice his name sits near the top when looking at the league leaders in rushing yards by quarterback.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 29.
Fields now to throw.
And the Broncos get there and take him down.
Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
3rd and 19. Now Fields.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. And that'll bring up 4th down on a big sack with a loss of 5.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
So a change of possession here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Their quarterback in this offense heading back out to the field. He had the touchdown pass last time they had it. And they'll start here with a 1st and 10. That is caught by Vele.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at their 49.
They'll run up the gut with Dobbins.
Able to avoid him. Breaks through the contact.
He's still on his feet.
And all the way home for a Broncos score.
J.K. Dobbins.
His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Broncos are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
Bottom line, when you play a runner with these talents, you've got to be able to wrap up and get him on the ground. Or the first person who gets there, hold him up long enough for the next wave to get there and get him down. Otherwise, he will continue downfield and find pay dirt.
Lutz with the extra point. And we are tied at 14. It only took him 2 plays there to find the end zone. The last one, the long run, getting him in for 6 points. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Here's the Jet offense now. They head out to take over. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
Yards on the play. That's good for a Jets 1st down.
That's thrown quickly out wide to Lazard.
Complete to Alan Lazard. No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Paul want to give up the middle.
And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
He was
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Fields. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And the Jets first down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
All right, let's just go ahead and walk through this one pretty easily, right? Blast off the line of scrimmage, get downfield to a certain point, usually around 8 to 10 yards, turn around and make sure the quarterback sees your numbers and set yourself up for the pass.
A well-executed curl route by Charles Davis.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
That's another Jets first down.
Back to the ground with Hall. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. 73 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
On 1st down, right back to Hall.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Calling a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. To throw is Fields. He'll find Lazard here over the middle.
And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Back to throw. Fields. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga.
And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line.
Well, they were in a great position to take the lead, Charles. Obviously, all they needed was a field goal to do that. They wanted the touchdown. Unfortunately, they're going to get neither.
And you know every offense talks about the same thing each week, don't they, Brandon? They want to end every drive with a kick, whether it's a field goal attempt, a point after the touchdown, or at worst, a punt. This time they had that opportunity but didn't get it because you know the field shrinks that close to the end zone, and that allows a defense to tighten up their coverage, and they pick that one off.
Working out of the gun is Nix. And that is incomplete. Well, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
That's caught. It's Marvin Mims.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down.
Here's Nix. And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram. Picked up by Jamie Sherwood. And the Jets are going to get the football back at their own 17.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there.
A 7-yard gain. That's good for a Jets.
A final shot before the break. Fields.
And his throw is going to be incomplete.
So we are deadlocked at the break here, and the EA Sports Halftime Report starts now. Here's Scott Hansen.
Okay, Brandon, thank you. Scott Hansen back with you in the studios in Orlando. We've got a close one, as we expected. No quarter given on either side. We are all tied up at the break. This one could go either way, so let's find out as they're ready for the third quarter kickoff. Send it back out to the stadium and our commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Scott, thanks very much. And we welcome all of you back here on EA Sports for quarter number 3. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Broncos offense set to begin this third quarter. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the...
Taking it right down Broadway. He may go. And all the way home for a Broncos score. J.K. Dobbins with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Broncos come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Lutz will look to add the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. So they hit pay dirt on just one play. The long run, the scamper, and a very nice scamper into the end zone for the touchdown. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So here's the Jets offense now as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Ball again on second down. And he'll push forward for a couple to the 34. Now a 3rd and 6.
A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 6.
Now it's Fields. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to it.
Charles, not to point fingers, but how much of this goes on the shoulders of the offensive line? Well, look at the 6 sacks last week. That's the 4th in this game.
Definitely the bulk of it does go on the offensive line. That's what they're tasked with doing, keeping their quarterback upright and clean in the pocket. But I think they have to look at, okay, are we bringing in extra people? Is the ball out of the quarterback's hands quick enough? There are a few other factors that they have to look at to try and help out. But you're exactly right. It starts with the O-line.
That's pulled in at the 32. We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. So here are the Broncos to take over on offense. They are trying to snap that 3-game losing streak on top so far with the football here, 1st and 10. And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
Now Dobbins again on second down. And he's going to have the Broncos first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
The 45-yard line. It's a gain of 6. And the Broncos first down.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory.
164 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. 2 yards still to go. Third down now. Off the bootleg. Here's Nix. A short throw to Ingram.
So he stopped for no gain. And that'll bring up fourth down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on third down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
Breece Hall helped leading out this offense for another series.
He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the one touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a second time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that second score here in the third quarter. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
It's second and 8.
A shotgun snap. Fields
looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Reynolds. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
And the Jets, first down.
Here's Fields.
That is caught. Josh Reynolds. And out across midfield down to the 45. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Here's Fields.
There goes a deep ball, end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10.
Fields throwing again. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it.
And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up third and 2.
Back to throw. Fields. And the Broncos get there and take him down. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on third down.
This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front and getting to him. Other times you add extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been a variety, and they've had no way of blocking them.
Now on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away.
The Broncos offense and their running back getting set to go once more. And you have to imagine this defense saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the third quarter.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's
throwing Nix. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
First down, Denver.
Now a handoff for Dobbins.
And he can only manage to get a couple. Second and 8 coming up.
He was brought down by...
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Incomplete.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a third and 8.
Nix to the air.
He'll let this go deep for Sutton. That's caught inside the 20. And deep he goes into Jets territory before being taken down. A huge play there for Denver. 47 yards. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other, and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision could open up to even more big plays.
From the 5, here's 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Here's a give to Dobbins. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Nix from the shotgun. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Will McDonald able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
That's his 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
A 29-yard attempt.
The kick by Lutz is good. And the lead works its way up to 10, 24-14. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
Oh, he shifts past him. And he won't quite make it to the 25. And New York set to take the field. They're down now 24-14. Work to do as they come up on a 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. Throwing to start the drive. Fields. Open man is the tight end, Mason Taylor. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 48-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
A handoff for Hall. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back now here in London. It's Jet football, but they trail here as we start the 4th quarter. From the 44, Fields. Reynolds with a catch out on the right side. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 32-yard line. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another 1st. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the Broncos' 33-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Fields. He dumps this one off here to Hall. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
He steps out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
And that is incomplete.
Intended for Mason Taylor. Incomplete. John Dave Barron on the coverage.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. From the right hash, this from 45 yards away. And his kick is absolutely perfect.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Broncos offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, it's all been on display throughout. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. To throw, here's Nix. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25.
Brings up 2nd and 7. At the 20.
Now it's Nix. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and...
On the sneak, it's Nix. And he will have the Broncos first down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches. Dobbins running out of the gun. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Boy, 194 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
And the Broncos first down.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
And this one dropped in the end zone. Looked like a touchdown, but not to be, and now it's 4th down. The Broncos send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. The Jets offense now works their way back onto the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. Just, I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. And this is incomplete. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've converted a 1/3 of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 10. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. John Franklin Myers picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And they will take over 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start with a handoff to Dobbins. And he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that 1st down carry.
And Sutton hauls it in over the middle. They'll come up facing 3rd and 5.
5 yards on the play. And it's
to throw is Nix. And that is incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up fourth down.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
From his goal line here, Fields. Now he's going to step up and run.
It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
Off play action, Fields.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. From the gun, here's Fields. That is caught. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's good for Jets. First down. First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Here's a give to Hall.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
22-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up second and 7.
Hall again on second down.
Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
Fields now to throw. He'll try to pick it up.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down.
DJ Jones in there with pressure yet again. That is the 7th time that they have dropped him here this afternoon.
Here's the Jets punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return.
Denver's offense now set to go. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Nick's going to keep this himself. And that'll be incomplete with a penalty flag here on the field. And I'm not sure he was still behind the line when he let that thing go.
So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's second and long. They'll start out here with the option left. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is third and long.
Operating from the gun, here's Nix.
He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Let's take it inside his own 40. This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return.
And the Jets will take over. So now Justin Fields and the Jets down 24-17. A little under 2.5 to go. They've got 1 timeout at their disposal and the 2-minute warning as they go to work here on first down. Now Fields going to run.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on first down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid game to bring up second and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
Fields
throwing the out route incomplete. It's Reynolds.
And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. So an ideal set of circumstances there. They move the chains, and they save that final timeout.
As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39.
Here's second down and 3. All eyes on Fields.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
It's a gain of 14 yards. That's good for a Jets first down.
Here's Fields.
Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Reynolds.
Here's second down.
A gain of 9.
Now Fields.
Now he'll tuck this, and he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Nick Bonito
in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2.
Back to throw. Fields.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now. They snap it to Fields. He'll try to do it himself.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
It's a gain of 21 yards. That's another Jets first down.
And they're down to 17 seconds now here after the spike.
Here now, 2nd and goal.
Back to throw.
And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete.
A couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it.
And this ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
And now the decision is to go for 2. A gutsy call, and this, in effect, is your ball game right here.
Fields going to hold on to it.
And he will not get into the end zone. The defense makes the stop of the game on the 2-point try, and they might just get out of here with a win after all. So looking at this situation, you should have time for the onside kick and then at least one play. And the Broncos are able to recover, and that should just about wrap this one up. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
Well, partner, you and I were excited for this one today, and certainly had its moments. Some good execution at times by both of these offenses. Defenses both made some plays as well. And always a joy to be up here in the booth next to you, my friend.
Yeah, it's a privilege to be up here in the booth next to you as well. Thanks for taking the time, and let's go ahead and get ready for our next one, right? I'll see you in the film room. Get that preparation started now.
So for Denver, they climb back to 500 now at 3 up and 3 down. And now it's off to Heathrow as they get set to fly back to the U.S. in a couple hours. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.